We're all familiar with how to make a dog, pretty much, and probably a snake. And more likely, this would be the first shadows that we encountered when we were young, or probably during brownout, or during the mga boring nights na wala tayong magawa. High sound, please. All right. So I'm an artist, and I'm a member of the ANINO SHADOWPLAY COLLECTIVE. We're a group of artists that pretty much uses shadow as a main medium in art projects. Although I'll just correct that I'm not a founder of the ANINO Shadow. I'm just, nakinabang lang ako dun sa mga teachers ng Philippine High School for the Arts who founded it before me. Although my encounter with this medium is during the Korea administration. We were high school then at the Philippine High School for the Arts, where we have that daylight saving time. Apparently, our daylight saving time was hindi dahil sa hinahabol natin yung liwanag ng araw. Pero dahil may 12 hours tayong walang kuryente at may 12 hours tayong may kuryente. So that was our daylight saving time. So we were in a boarding school. Kasi yung 12 hours na walang kuryente sa Makiling then was the nighttime. So it's really a good excuse not to do homework. But we were armed with flashlights kasi nasa bundok kayo. So I mean, mga ahas or mga elemento sa gabi. So imagine bunk beds, blankets, boys with flashlights. So that's pretty much, and then nakalimutan namin na may kapitbahay pala kaming teacher. So one of those riot nights, bigla na lang kumatok habang naglalako kami ng mga anino namin. So, bigla na lang kami tinignan ng aming teacher. Walang sinabi, tinignan lang kami. So tumahimik na kami. So the following day in our class, siya yung teacher namin. May pinakita siyang makapal na libro ng Wayang Kulit. It's a traditional shadow play of the Indonesians. So from then on, naging part siya ng aming project to do shadow play. So why shadow play? With this day and age na, alam mo yun, may mga computer graphics na naman, we have a lot of like high technology that are coming out. Kasi in Anino, we use simple lights. We use candles, we use flashlights, and ito na yung pinaka-high-tech namin, which is the overhead projector. During our time, this was the projector. Di ba? Bulky-bulky, laki-laki. Tapos, bakit natin kailangan pa, tinatawag kaming low-tech, kasi with a simple light source, and then we play with our found objects. Sangkatutak ang aming found objects sa bundok. As they say, we have a mountain full of materials in Makiling. Alright, siguro the best way to actually explain why I fell in love with shadow play, or shadows, is to actually demonstrate, or let's break it down to what are the elements of how to play your shadow, or a shadow. So first, we need a light source. So apparently, we'll use a overhead projector. Let there be light. Anyways, so what are the materials that can cast shadow? So we can look for as simple as a piece of paper. So we can categorize it as an opaque material. So opaque materials are the materials that hindi nagpapalampas ng ilaw or doesn't let the light pass through. So if we put it on an overhead projector, we pretty much just darken our screen. Oh, sorry. The second element pala is a screen. It can be as simple as your blankets at home, na pwede yung isampay lang. But in this case, I have my own box. So I'm doing, kagaya ng sinabi kanina, I'm doing everything inside my box, my own box. And then I have a paper that pretty much serves my screen. So let's go back to the paper again. So, a piece of paper. So what if, just by tearing, gawa lang tayo ng simpleng butas. And then we have a light. Now, papel lang siya, binutas ko, pinunit. Now, but can it serve, what can you think of this image? Pwede siya maging buwan. Or pwede rin siyang, imagine nyo nasa loob kayo ng tunnel, and this is the other end of that tunnel. So, a piece of paper. And then, dagdag ulit tayo ng isa pang butas. Oh, by the way, huwag nyo itatapon yung pinagpunitan nyo. Magagamit pa rin natin yan mamaya. So, dalawa na yung butas natin. So, what can you see? Huwag nyo sabing dalawang buwan. Alright? So, siyempre, say the obvious, pwede siya maging mata. Ngayon, pwede nyo gamitin yung pinagpunitan nyo, or as simple as using your fingers, you can actually show an eye. It can look left, the other one side, and then the other side. Pwede siyang tumingala, tumingin sa taas, or tumingin sa, pwede mo banlag? Pwede rin maduling, or pwede rin tumingin sa baba. Ngayon, ipupush ko na, no? Total, may dalawang tayong mata. Might as well gawa na tayo ng ilong. At saka bibig. Ayan. Alright, so meron tayong mukha. Pwede mo tingnan yung katabi nyo kung kamukha niya ito. Okay ba? Ayan. So may mukha na tayo. Pero, with just staring in a piece of paper, we can actually show some emotions. Just by playing with the paper, we can actually make it a little bit, probably smile a little bit. Smile ka naman, no? Sorry. Or pwede siyang malungkot. Or pwede siyang, siguro, medyo sumingkit. Or pwedeng, mabigla. So, a piece of paper and mga konting butas, you can actually play with our imagination already. So the next quality of objects that I can show you is translucent objects. So translucent objects are objects that allow a little light to go through. And this is a simple diffuser, usually available sa mga office spaces or probably in your home. Let's see how it would look like in an overhead projector. So, dyan pa lang, parang marami ka nang pwedeng maisip. Although, what more if we have konting tulong na magnifying glass? So, sa mga science lab nyo, nakita namin yung unang magnifying glass namin sa science lab namin sa Makiling. So, with a simple manipulation, again, of a translucent object, you can actually create an illusion. Pwede siya nag-zoom in or nag-zoom out. But with the help of a magnifying glass, you can actually create, I guess, more interesting interesting image. It can be used for a dream sequence, or it can be a sense of movement, pwedeng fast movement, or pwedeng a slow movement. Pwede rin siyang scales ng fish. So, nasa sa inyo yan. Marami siyang pwedeng paggamitan. And then the next one would be, ito medyo favorite ko. Sinong mahilig sa kape? So, sa kape, dahil mahilig kami sa kape rin, just by accident na may gumagamit kami transparencies, tapos may isang nakapagpatuloy ng kape, tapos sinandwich namin sa dalawang transparencies. And we created this image. So, pwede siyang maging texture. Or most likely, ginagamit namin siya pag may mga sepia, may mga flashbacks, yung nag-1800s, biglang nag-effect na ganyan. So, ganyan. And then, we can also use liquid stuff. Simple water in a glass, in a bottle. So, pag nandiyan, pwede kang lagyan lang na bote, di ba? So, pero, what kung i-manipulate ko lang yung water this way, iangat ko ng konti, we can make a suggestion of water. It can be a river, it can be a sea. And then what more if we can enhance it with a cutout? Let's say, mayroon ako dito. Yan. Hindi po siya si Ariel, okay? Filipino po yan. Si Ariel po yan. So, yan. So, pwede rin siyang mag-dive. Yan. So, pwede siyang dito. Sorry. And then, pwede siya pumunta under the water. Pwede siyang malunod. Although sirena naman siya, so hindi naman siya malulunod. So, ganyan. So, simple material, easily available. And what more if we combine naman this kind of elements? So, we have the opaque and the translucent. So, I have here an old folder na nag-cut lang ako ng mga bituin. So, ito pa lang pwede ng pangbalot ng mga gifts, di ba, during Christmas. So, may wallpaper na tayo. But pwede rin natin siya combine with our diffuser. And we can actually, pwede tayong gumawa ng mga kumukuti-kutitap na hindi gano'ng kita sa video. Or we can also add the water. Yeah, pwede kang, kunyari, a scene na nasa ilalim ko ng tubig na gabi, tapos tinitingnan mo yung bituin sa langit. Ayan. So, we have simple materials, again, a light source, a screen, opaque materials, translucent materials, and we can actually add transparent materials. What if we combine them to actually tell a story? So the next part would be a video that it's an excerpt from the ANINO SHADOWPLAY Collective's adaptation of the Florante at Laura. With this video, we tried to shoot it as honest as possible na kung ano yung napanood nyo rito would be the same quality that you can watch in a live performance, except for the transitions at saka yung title sequence. Alright? Enjoy! All right, to wrap it up, a light source, a screen, and readily available materials. With your limitless imagination and the limitless equals an endless possibilities for shadows. Why shadow matters? Shadows matter. Shadows matter because it triggers imagination. Shadows can develop our creativity other than our fears.